guys, how's it going? My name is Jackson Virgo, and welcome back to another video where today we are playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I've seen Jacksepticeye's playthrough of this, and I just decided to record it just for my channel, just to put more videos up. I'm just trying to get my words out. I'm gonna not spoil it for anybody who is watching this, if they watch this, and haven't actually seen the game yet. So I'm just gonna, like, not give any spoilers away. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna try to get the do some stuff that that wasn't done in Jacksepticeye's playthrough, just to mess around, I guess. But I'm gonna play the story, and I won't spoil anything of it. I'll try to, like, be as natural as possible without faking. That makes no sense. Anyway, to be warned, the exact same as I played Blackjack like 10 minutes ago. Well, I ended it like 5 minutes ago, but I played it like 20. I don't know what I'm speaking about. This game is not suitable for children who are easily disturbed, as well as individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit that link here. I'll put that link in the description. If it's a... Wait, no, fuck that. More details, do that shit. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age, and you consent to exposure of highly disturbing content. Yeah, this shit got to my head real bad. I legit screamed on Facebook. I ranted on Facebook about this game. Ooh, anyway. It seems very innocent, right? Yeah. Innocent, yep. Okay, it takes a while to get into the stuff, but anyway, we'll start a new game. Please enter your name. My name is Jack. I just flicked my nose. Okay. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Let me change something for a sec. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say stuff like that. You say that like you're thinking about ignoring me. I suck at voice acting. Excuse that. That's mean, Jack. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird... if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or anything, or something. Fine. But did you wait for me after all? I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. I can't read today, Jesus. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together to make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Jack, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you're gonna join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Great conversations. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. This guy is really mean. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I doubt the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years just because you're not used to the real world. What's a fucking NEET? A NEET? You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind just a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day scene is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at a wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some of the clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. That's the best club ever. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Great. You don't need to wait up for me. It's going to make it, if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah. There is no way I'm joining your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning to have planned all this out. Jesus, I am so I can't read for shit. I apologize if I screw up some of the text. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Whoosh! Hello, everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Jack, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sayori and Natsuki. Oh well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it seems nice that you already know Monaco. It sounds like you already know Monaco, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Jack. Monaco smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having a smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Jack. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit there next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? I wish we had tea. We ran out. The girls have a few desks. As Sayori mentioned... Why am I saying it? As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there was more space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. One space next to fuck me. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh, whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like tiny little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing. A little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full. She has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. I'm getting hungry. Damn it. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for... You know, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. I'm not gonna say anything. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Yes. Yes. I guess? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? Okay, something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. No. Click, please. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so, that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? No joke. I realize this, but in some of my, most of my gameplay videos, I'm like this with my neck. I'm like constantly doing this. I don't know why. Don't know why. It's just a habit, I guess. I'm gonna stop it. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Yeah. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably have been a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? About that, I thought my Let's Play, my recording software just completely farted, but it's fine now, I guess. Well, you know, we'll just continue now. That was awkward. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for advents. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Yeah. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica, this is a really great idea. Oh, by the way, if you haven't seen it already, after playing this game or watching my Let's Play or watching, someone like Jacksepticeye Marks or someone like that, or like GT Live, you should check out the Game Theorist Theory because it's pretty damn good. Is Monica is a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the clubs yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. Where's my mouse? I'm just making sure that's off the screen. Fuck me, just stop. You have to work hard and convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everybody enthusiastically agrees. Such different goals, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of the new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Jack, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? Like My Hero Academia, Attack on Titan, Turkey, Ghoul, Singable Obi. Got names. Yeah, 100%. Umara-chan. Yep, 100%. Amazing. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perked up. Manga? Manga? It's manga, right? Yeah, because of the... yeah, manga. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Fuck you, manga is reading. You read manga. What else do you do with it? Just look at it like... yeah. You don't watch manga. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see, Yuri traces the rim of her teacup around her finger. It's not a teacup, but yeah. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Oh, I have the habit of when I get excited or like enthusiastic about something, I talk incredibly fast. I just want to get all my words out in like a second. Yeah. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately taking advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. I completely forgot the name of it. It's like a children horror book series thing. I don't know if it's children. I guess it's children. It was at my primary school library. I forgot the name of it. Damn it! It's called like. Damn it! I forgot the name of it. There was a movie about it with Jack Black in it. I completely forgot the name of it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll try to get back to it. I'm probably like in the editing, I'll just pop the name up there with the massive gold font. I don't know. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well have a conversation with a rock. Or brick. Something else like static. Static? I'm getting programming. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, I just, Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? Nani? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Luckily you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! Give that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sari sides up behind Natsuki and puts her arm on her shoulders. That's kind of... I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. I'm not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Are you there? I'm guessing you are. Oh shit! Sam popped around the corner with a bloody knife. Go. Where's the knife? I was gonna like show. Don't throw it at me, you idiot.
Sorry, I'll distract you from...
Doki Doki Literature Club. I've seen Let's Play of it. Or Jack said I'm just gonna do like a different way, like stuff that I haven't done before. To see if it's any different. What? Okay, sweet. Interrupted. Okay. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your yeah. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. You'll sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Huh? Nani? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll be great to help us all if we get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. The words. Isn't that right, Jack? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. And what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth and tell them what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join the club. Sari may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. but, I'm sorry, I thought... Jack... You all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems and the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful words. Right. Okay, I've made my decision then. I will join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. I like Sayori. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcake, I'd be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Oh, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. It's like, yeah. Okay, everyone, I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everybody remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting, so we can all share. Monika looks over me once more. Jack, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hehehe. Yeah. Can I really impress a class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Jack, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Yes. That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki's swole sticky, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Yes. No. Yes. Perhaps. I can't tell the future. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Or every single one of them. I'll just need to make most of my circumstances. But I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Then you walk home with Sayori. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Yeah, okay. I really like Natsuki. Jacksepticeye went and played with Yuri because but I really like Natsuki from the start. I was like, yes. So I'm gonna do her. She's all like nice stuff, so sweet. Nope, that's not her. Valentine. Yep. Sugar. She's all like the sweet stuff. Doki Doki. Chocolate. Cute. Beauty. Nope. Okay. Lucky. Sad. Lucky. Nope. Oh shit. Jesus. Charm. Nope. God damn it. Silly. What the hell? Flower. What? Puppy. Okay. Pure. Socks. Giggle. The clouds. Boop. Boop. I just got here, damn it. Laugh. Cheer. Sparkle. Damn it. 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 Summer. Strawberry. Pink. Okay, hopefully it got Natsuki. Hi again, Jack. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. Nah, don't worry. Oh, no, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep to my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everybody else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Jack. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan just to come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then I won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth in you for someone who wants to who keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Jesus. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga. Manga is literature. Yes, it is. If anybody else says it's not, then I'll punch them straight in the face. Not really, I'm nice, I think. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back in her seat. Don't worry, guys. Jack is always gives it the best as long as he's having fun. Sounds like me. As long as I'm having fun. If I'm bored, I'm like, oh, I just skipped it. Whoops. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is messy and it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Jack seem to be good friends too. Sayori. As usually, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Yuri even bought you something today, you know? Brought. Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it to be a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. It's fine. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so you should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is, how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I would like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ugh. I can hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seemed to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Yes, we got Natsuki. Natsuki's so fucking good. Cool. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? sometimes manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst this stack of various books on the side of one of these shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I actually do, but I don't own any because I got no money. But I've seen one of my friends. I get a closer look at a box set she's admiring. Fate Girls? I'm sorry if I said that wrong. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on the door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Jack. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. Foreshadowing? Perhaps. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Fate Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right in my hands. Oh, I thought it said face. Ah! Ah! I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo. Don't know what that's supposed to mean. Don't just stand there. Wah! Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. I thought she said pull me in. I was like, what are we doing? She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Jeez, I can't fucking speak. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Huh? Why's that? I guess it's easy to be close together like this. Huh? Thanks, Carl. Don't just say that. Jesus, you scared my ass off me. You scared the ass off me. Jesus. You make me feel weird about it. Make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry, I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say anything. It's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, more eager to begin reading than I am. Well, how long has it been since I've read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. I don't either. I have to read the entire manga series, well, up to it, before I can read it again. And same with anime. I can't start from the start if I'm, like, I need to go from point A to the, like, I need to go from episode 1 to the end of the series before I can watch it again. But then if there's multiple series, I have to watch the first series fully up to it, then the second, and keep going until I reach the very last episode of the entire series. Did I say series? Season. That's what I was going to look for before. So I have to watch the entire series from start to end, before I can start another game. I'm probably like this all the time. I apologize. That's probably not really. Maybe sometimes after I read the. Why didn't I just fucking play this fucking thing? I've finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can't really talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of the life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the good lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things, like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps you, to get character development for the win. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama, like when they get into all their backstories and once some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it good. There are so many touching parts. Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Gulp. Natsuki gives me a sudden little shove. It just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Kamehameha. Fucking nerd. Good save. This chapter seems to be about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't, I'm just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into something because it's in manga. I do the exact same thing. I now do this because of Tokyo Ghoul. That's it. I got it from the anime before. Shut up, it's the same thing. I feel bad for anyone that's impressionable. Ahaha. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick, not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? She looks fucking like 12. We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at the point. She's so good. Oh, Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you were just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. Yeah, same here. I get all hypey. I wait for them to watch the read the manga or watch the anime, and all of a sudden they just don't like it. And I'm like, why? Why? Anyway, I always get excited. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not. Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Oh, sorry. How can I ever get my friends to read this? They just think manga is for kids. Same with anime. Pisses me off. It's not. I mean, some are. Like Sword Art Online. Sam's gonna be so pissed at me now. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Oh, I know. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. Yeah, I'm happy that none of my friends one of them, or a few of them watch anime, but none of my friends read manga. Like real life friends, nope, friends that aren't online. I got a lot of online friends that read manga and watch the anime that I do, but I got no friends out of internet that read manga, but I got a few that watch anime. I don't know what I'm speaking. Excuse me, it is 3:08 in the morning. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a joke, but I was like, kept Monica? Except. Like, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? Oh, she's so cool. So? Haha. Geez, that's enough. You gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. It's like awkward moment 101. I remember when I was like, I'm gonna shut up. I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say something would make really awkward for me, and whew, I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. Ah, I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts a finger on one of the panels. I do the exact same thing when I'm reading, watching shit with her. I just burst into laughter when I remember something. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel bad for her, since she's so unlucky. I thought she said Minato for a second, like a little pervert from My Hero Academia. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Okay, you don't spoil. I like you. Tap, tap, tap. Pat, pat, pat. Just finished this chapter. I got mixed up my voice then. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can't understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Yeah, it was an intimate moment, jeez. Sorry, I just need to make sure we have enough time. So you do look pretty cozy over there. Ha ha ha. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. It's like, that's quite a long way. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Oh yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Put up against the wall. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Bitch! Manga. Which actually is it? It's manga, right? Anyway. Well, of course, it would take forever to finish if we didn't take it home. Let's finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got part way through the volume so far. Manga is usually fast to read. Like, per volume, I guess. I read, like, most of My Hero Academia in a fucking single day. The manga, not the anime. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this, but I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? I believe so. Yeah. My relaxation ends. Yeah. Shit. I can't believe I agreed to do something this so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. I know the exact same feeling when I try to write my book. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Natsuki. Who is it? Natsuki. I'm using my fucking pad. I told Natsuki that I was interested in a poem yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Yes. She better show me. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poems. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Huh? What's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? Well, that's what I had in mind when I was writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be really comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. Hope you were happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Ugh. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. Ugh, you don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like it's so self-important. I'm pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she likes my poem. I sort of fucking freaked the hell out for a second. In any case, you need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can sing. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. That's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even try my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems? For Peter to express himself? Exactly, 100%. You can't judge people's writings or people's stuff. I think I just, like, completely copied what Jacksepticeye said at this moment. Oh, that's cringe. Even though I feel that way. Your writing style wouldn't make your methods any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's so easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things that can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other thing about simply writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it all fall flat. I'm on my laptop and my battery's just fucking up, so I'm gonna try to charge it. There we go. So the laptop charge is completely fucked. And it has to be in a certain angle and we get a new one. It helped bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. You didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay, that's cool. We'll go, Sayori? Hey, Sayori. Oh my goodness! This is so good! Jack? Eh? I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm not sure Yuri's opinion. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people. Other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Jack poem. And that makes me feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. And hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing right in front of you in the classroom. In the clubroom. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Jack. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture in my motive here, but then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kiss my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Sleepy? Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a raining day? Fuck me, I can't speak. I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want fucking breakfast, bitch. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. Still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's about to skip breakfast. Just every time. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. We'll go Monica now. My mouse just spazzed across the screen. Hi, Jack. Hi, Jack. Where's the hijacker? Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. Wait, is my Sayori voice and my Monica voice the exact same? Probably. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Always listening. No, it's solely just Monica. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, wanna share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Jack. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that side of barrier that we're all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Jack. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It makes me think of something that Natsuki will write. That's the point. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By the way, any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. But sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably wouldn't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be kind of your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing things. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Style that suits you. Amazing. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem yet? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction that spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. Did I repeat that? A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that style is pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the time between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was that inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you can say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems quite a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming out strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other? Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. You try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and then tidy up later. Another way to think about it is if you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yuri is the last person. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not, I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay, this is the first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through that. So it's that bad? No, did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a little longer while to get used to people. Fuck me. It's fine, I didn't really notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there is a specific writing habits that are usually typical for new writers, and having been through that myself, I kinda learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I can recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up on writing styles separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds a train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely... Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, or to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my poem, thought process behind it. Yuri smiled dreamily, as if a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by a sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Yeah, because I'm tired as fuck. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. It's pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. Well, I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Oh, actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Jack. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Point? Me. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, but I remember that poets often express their own thoughts and feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only to symbolically compare it to a joke. Lingering in the last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I never even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it just makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is the literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land upon Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watched each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Jack did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Jack liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Jack appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ugh. Is everything everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Jack started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little... It doesn't involve you. I don't like you fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me if they had just noticed I was standing there. Jack! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she can just get over herself and let her appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should just jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. How do we explain that to her, Jack? Wait. There's a reason people have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Jack? Well? How did I get dragged in this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably like to think more highly of me. Natsuki. Yuri. You're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with a few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah! It did, didn't it? Aha! Shows how much you know. That's not... Natsuki, I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we've learned a lot today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yes, so? You don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Huh? Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, Jack. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about... Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop... Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't need it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori. I'll go make some tea. I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Pat. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone, especially you, Jack. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little used to. What? So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere? No, not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we could do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you could take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. Huh? What about? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Aha, of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Jack, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was all neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about these kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can do at least a better job impressing those I want to impress. I know to myself with newfound determination. Jack. Oh, Jesus. Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. That's COOT. With double O. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Jack, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me happy with it. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is gonna be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught up onto this kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really have to need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Pipette. I say that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, that was the day 1. Technically day 2. But that's the ending of the episode 1. I'll just leave it right here. I'm just saving it quickly before I completely screw up. Wait, that one. Return. Okay. So that was Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm probably going to do more on the game. Just like eventually, probably. I'll probably record them like bulk of it and then upload it, just like I'm doing with Black at the moment. And also Skyrim. I'm doing a Skyrim. I don't know if I'm gonna upload that Skyrim yet because like I can't get the editing software to work properly with it because of I don't know why. It just wouldn't work. It just went retarded. I think I'm gonna have to go back and forth between OneShare and Power Director. Anyway, this game is really good. I'm trying not to spoil anything, especially when it gets to the darker bits because it's gonna get dark. Of course, because of the warnings and shit. But I'll try not to spoil anything. If it comes really close to it, I'll pretend that I don't know what's going to happen. And then when it happens, if anybody's watching this and doesn't know what's going to happen, then they get their first experience. I doubt that anybody's watching this for their first thing. They could be watching Jackson. Okay. But anyway, by the way, just a thing that I just found here. I found it started at the recording, but of the default window size is 1184 by 666. It was the same with Black. I'm not sure if that's just a thing that is there, just as like accident thing, or is it on purpose, signifying like there's demons or something. I am not sure about that. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. If you liked it, please leave a like. I don't like bragging about that stuff. Anyway, have a nice day, guys. Peace. Scrub.